So the reason why we put this together is the podcast is based around the transition. We focus more on the military and then the veteran transition side, and along with that is dealing with the PTSD, and along with that is kind of brandishing in the different sections of the audience that I don't think many people have done. Jennifer, I thought would be a very, very good person to have in here just because of her, number one, being a first responder spouse, which is, first responders are essentially a paramilitary organization. And then, not only that, but she's been working with a charity, Three for the Love, for how many years now? 2 years?
2. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So she's in it, man. So Jennifer, let's give us a little bit of background of the world of Jennifer.
Oh, how much time do we have?
We have as long. I have 600 gigabytes on my computer, so you've got like 48 hours.
I'm just teasing. Well, Brian and I have been married for almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years in November, and really through the entire time, we've dealt with trauma, whether it be trauma in what we know it as far as the physical aspects of trauma or the mental aspects of trauma. We didn't really know much about the mental aspects of trauma probably up until 5 years ago, where he had a traumatic event at work, whereas it was a compilation of all kinds of different stuff that has happened to him throughout his career. But also I had a traumatic event where I was actually diagnosed PTSD as a civilian, and it was very hard for him to understand that other people besides people in the military or people in the first responder world actually are subjected or can be subjected to PTSD. And so through that and through our journey together, really through my recovery together, is where the foundation came from, Three for the Love, and that was based on just people dying at a very, very high rate from suicide in the military. Obviously, you guys lose 22 people a day in the military. First responder world is at that, if not maybe above. And having a treatment team as I was going through my own mental health breakdown and my mental health balance to guide me through all of that, because I could not physically and mentally work through that on my own. Three for the Love was developed, and that's what we did. Is we just developed a team of people, kind of like what you guys are all about, this transition from, and this treatment team to move you forward in order to get better. And that encompasses every aspect of the mental health world, from case management, which is what I do, coordination, which is what I do as well. But we have 2 nurse practitioners that are culturally competent. We have 2 trauma counselors plus that are culturally competent in the world of trauma, and accountability and resiliency. And we take all of that and we rebuild it for the first responder world. We do have quite a few military as well, because it bridges over from military back into the first responder aspect. But no person really can navigate that mental health world on their own, and that's where we come into play. We just take everything out of their hands and we design it all based on what they need. And the only thing that they're responsible for is just getting better. And it's a broken world. The mental health world is a completely broken world, and you have to have somebody there to be able to just say, go here, take this pill, this is what you're doing. Work through this, and just there's light at the end of that tunnel, because when you're in that hole, you don't really feel like there's any way out. Because I've been there, I've done that, I've watched Brian do that, my husband, and having somebody to steer that through is what we represent and what we do for first responders. So that's pain and tragedy kind of came into this light, is what happened.